Hello. Welcome to part 12 of Who the Hell Knows What's Going to Happen Next with a Therapist. We're so far into the beyond part of Beyond Two Souls that I don't even know what to remotely anticipate. So, we hopped in a cab with a police officer. And I guess I would imagine maybe will happen is a prelude to what happened in the beginning of the game. We'll see. At any rate, I'm glad you're here. I hope you've taken the time during my dumb intro to leave a thumbs up and all that. Leave a comment. Check out my other playthroughs. It's been great to have you aboard for this. I'm going to stick it out to the end. I hope you will too. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Oh,
Look, I'm totally exhausted and thirsty, and I have no clue where we fucking are, so just play nice and give me a break, okay?
we're at Monument Valley. In the middle of the desert. Several hundreds of miles away from Ohio, where we last left off. What? What? All right, whatever. It's fine. Okay. Oh God, I can't go back that way. Yeah, I get it, Jody. Holy shit, dude! You just wow. We are just walking through the desert. Okay. We managed to dodge the CIA. I don't want to hail that truck. I should be walking on the other side of the road. So, I can see things coming. And so that drivers can better see me. Just, if you ever find yourself walking in the middle of the desert down well, not really a busy road, but down a road. Jody really didn't prepare for this well, did she? I have no idea. How long have we been walking? How did we get here? I'm not getting in a truck. Shouldn't you wear long sleeves to avoid sunburns? You absolutely should. I live in Las Vegas. The best thing you can do is wear clothing to cover yourself. Loose, baggy clothing. People that work on roofs out here in Las Vegas are a whole other breed of human that I can't even imagine. The construction workers and all this stuff. But if you ever observe people who work in the sun, in the desert, you will note that they are not relying on sunscreen. They literally cover their bodies from head to toe. So Jody being absolutely exposed here, no bueno. And it doesn't make sense because she was trained in the military.
Everything's gonna be okay. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm dying of thirst. And everything's fucked.
Yep.
It's gonna be okay.
Maybe.
Leave me alone, Aiden. What?
Did I miss much? You missed going from Ohio to Utah, apparently. But so did we, so don't worry about it.
Okay, Ida. There's no reason to be nervous.
There's no reason to be nervous. We're walking up on a farm in the middle of nowhere. We're trespassing on private property. We could be a little nervous. I'm gonna take that seriously for a second. It's fine to be nervous. Nervousness is healthy. Like when people say don't be nervous because it's better to not be nervous, that's not really necessarily true. Nervousness is just a form of anxiety, and anxiety is useful. It's part of the human experience. So nervousness would suggest that there are things that we need to be on alert about. If you turn off nervousness, then you are more likely to ignorantly blaze a path through wherever it is you're about to go. So it's totally cool to be nervous. You don't have to tell people not to be nervous. Just say it's okay to be nervous. We got this. We'll figure it out while we're nervous. There's a person in there. There's a dog right there. Oh my god. There are sheep in there. We should probably go knock on the door. That would be the smart thing. And be wary of the dog. Game does look great for a game that's 13 years old, though. I will give it its flowers for that.
Hi. I'm so sorry to disturb you. I'm just looking for some place to spend the night, and I was hoping...
You can't stay here. Sorry.
Well, no, all I need is a place to sleep, just even for a couple hours, and then I'm gone.
I told you you can't stay here. You need to leave now.
It's okay. You can stay here tonight. Come in.
Ignore the skepticism of my outrageously attractive Native American son.
What's your name?
Jody.
I'm Paul. These are my sons, Corey and Jay. My mother, Shimasani. Don't be surprised if she doesn't answer you. She hasn't spoken in years. We're about to have dinner. Would you like to eat with us?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just name the elephant in the room here. I hope that this section of the game was done with consultation with Native Americans. Because I swear to God, if this goes in the direction of stereotypical Indian Native American spirit shit and is like whitewashed in its writing, it's just gonna bother me. Now, I am by no means, so I have Native American in my lineage, not to a percentage that it is a primary part of my identity in any way, shape, or form. Okay? But like, there's a part of me that, knowing that that's in my lineage, maybe more than I otherwise would, cares about this to some extent because Native Americans get misrepresented so badly. Like, it is in the cultural underpinnings of the United States to misrepresent natives. Like, we literally got here and we're like, they're savages, and we've just misrepresented them since, when we would act the same way if people invaded where we were staying. But I digress. But boy, oh boy, is it interesting to me that in a game about a spirit that follows us around, we happen to stumble upon a house with Native Americans in it. I genuinely hope, David, wherever you are, I really hope you talk to natives about how to do this properly. I really hope so. Because accurate and authentic representation is important. No matter who you are, not just for Native Americans, for anybody. Consulting with people who hold the identities that are in games, deeply important. I genuinely hope that this is not just Stereotype City. So I'm just naming it right now. And if we come across it, I'm not going to stop every single time it happens because that's going to get exhausting. So just know I'm aware of it. I've named it. We're going to see what happens here. Oh boy.
Yeah, thank you.
That said, I love this dude's jacket and I want it. I want it so badly. So awesome. All right. Let me get some of that steak. Let me get some of that corn.
We don't see many hitchhikers out here. Can I ask where you're headed?
I just keep moving from day to day. I guess if I keep going long enough, I'll figure out where I'm headed.
I see.
You guys are really far from everything here.
My family's lived here for generations. I was born here. I'll probably die here. I tell my boys to go. I know there's nothing for them here. But, they want to stay with their grandmother and me, so...
Do you breed horses?
Yeah. Mustangs. We also have a bunch of churros.
Churros?
Sheep. We sell their wool and milk. It's not much, but it keeps us alive.
This is the, first ranch that I've seen in miles.
There used to be more of us. Many have left for the city. It's a hard life out here. It's late. Jay will, show you to your room. Good night.
We just leave all the food on the table?
Are you coming?
I would want to inquire. Can I ask why you guys board the windows? Is there something I should be worried about here?
You stay in your room, no matter what you hear.
What I hear? What do you mean?
You value your life? Lock your door and don't come out until the morning.
On second thought, I think I'll keep walking. Holy shit, dude. I would like to appreciate the decor very quickly. Totally gratuitous, non-necessary undressing. Again, I just, come on. Why? Why do you do this? I know why you do this. It's just annoying. What's on the ground? What is this?
Ashes. What's got them so scared?
I don't know, but I probably wouldn't be walking around just in my underwear if I knew that there was some shit going down. And the guy's like, if you value your life, Aiden, what's going on out there, bud?
I know. It's a very strange place. Don't worry. Tomorrow will be a long way from here. Good night, Aiden.
You stay in your room, no matter what you hear.
Jody, put some clothes on it before we go out here. I would be scared that I ate that food knowing that they just leave it out at night like that. Grandma, what's up? How's it going, Grandma? Oh. Our guy likes baseball. Oh, shit. Okay, so buddy's not loving what's happening here. What's going on here, Jay? I mean, I guess if they're used to this happening every night and they're just sitting in their underwear, cool. Paul, what's going on, dude? Why would they not have given me a bit of a warning about what's going on here? Did they lock me in? No, we're not doing that. But they left the key in the door. I'm not gonna just go into Grandma's room. Jody. What are you... Jody. What are we doing? Yeah, what if I had to pee? Yeah, they like locked me in. Okay.
Paul? Open up! What the hell is going on?
Go back to your room right now! Please, Jody. Just do as I ask.
That's what I would do then. Jody, just go back to your room. That's what the... You are a guest in their humble abode that they invited you into. Terrible guest behavior. Sure, let's just walk outside. No, this is... Why? Let's just invite whatever. God, I hate this. I hate this. Yeah, sure, I'll just go out there. Why not? Invite it all in.
What are you doing here? I told you to stay in your room.
What the hell was that?
Go back to bed. You can leave in the morning.
Yeah, no kidding. You can leave now. You want to go out there? Go out there. Yeah, why would you do that? 100%. 100%. I'm a guest in there. I realize that, like, it's weird and they're not giving me any information and all this stuff. And also, like, they don't seem to be actively trying to cause harm to me. They seem to be afraid of something outside the walls. They're not sharing what it is or whatever. But, like, look, if you stay at somebody's place and they have rules for engagement, you don't be a boomer parent and just parade around the house as if it's yours and you can do whatever you want and you know better, okay? What are we doing? Glad I was able to get back to sleep at least. wonder if that's what the pan was for. If I had to, I don't know. So, okay, there's two things happening here that I think are colliding, and it's probably worth talking about. Jody absolutely should respect the space. There's a reason that these people do everything they do. There's a reason they board the windows. There's a reason they stay in their rooms. There's a reason for all of this. They've been living here for generations. So they generally would know how to survive the environment they're in. So Jody coming in here and acting like she knows better is not good. It's like, what are you doing? At the same time, Paul and company could give more information. They could say, hey, some whack ass shit's gonna happen tonight. Like, there's gonna be weird noises. We're gonna tell you to go in your room. We realize that might be scary. There's a reason we do it. We'll explain in the morning. We don't have a lot of time. Please make sure you respect that boundary because our safety is dependent upon it. And it works because we've been doing it every night for years. So just trust us on this. It'd be dangerous for you to leave. You want to leave, go now. But this is how it's got to be because there's some crazy shit that goes on outside that feels like, I don't know, paranormal, spiritual in nature, and we're trying to figure out what it is, and this is the way we've learned to survive it. They could give more information. Does it make for a more exciting video game? No. Right? But, like, ultimately, it's rarely one side's fault when these things are misfires. Like, there could be more communication from them, and also Jody can respect the space. It's a both and. Just walk into everybody's room. Kind of reminds me of how it's better for parents to talk through why rules exist with their kids instead of just insisting on them. Yeah. I don't love Jody just like intruding on these spaces, but I also am curious.
You looked exhausted. I told the boys to let you sleep.
Paul.
Thanks. I really needed it.
We're going to talk about what happened last night, Paul?
Coffee.
Riveting gameplay. Well, I want to talk to Paul. Paul, what was last night, dude? What's happening? Why aren't we...
I'm gonna hit the road.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work to be done on the farm. Maybe you'd like to stay on for a few days. Lend a helping hand. Couldn't pay you anything, but you have a roof, food on the table. What do you think?
Yeah.
My head's gonna explode. Paul, can we talk about what happened last night? What? How could you possibly ask me this question? And how could Jody possibly say yes when there is no engagement about what happened last night? Sure, Paul, if I stay here and work the farm, is that going to happen every night? Do we have to go into freaking lockdown every single night because there's some crazy ass shit going on outside? Is my life threatened every evening I stay here? Because if it is, I'm good. Like, what happened? And how does me staying here possibly endanger me? Where is the context? Give me the goddamn context. Holy crap, man. And Jody's just like, yeah, I'll stay. Come on.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, maybe all the demons that show up in the middle of the night. Jody?
Good. You'll find some more clothes in Corey's room. See you outside?
Oh, yeehaw. Glad Corey's ex-girlfriend left her clothes here.
Ready for work?
I'm ready when you are.
Need water. You can handle that.
Hey, you know what? Hey, maybe it's Corey's wardrobe. That's fine. Okay? Maybe it's Corey's wardrobe. I don't really care too much about the gendering of clothing, but Corey definitely seems like he's a bigger frame than Jody, and this is small on Jody. And their work clothes. Yeah, expose your arms to the elements.
Sure.
Go ahead and put that work vest on. Make sure you show some cleavage while you're working the farm, Jody. Oh, God. Okay, sure. Let's pump that water. Cozy gameplay tonight. It's like Stardew Valley.
So, you're gonna stay a while?
It looks that way.
Great. I mean, it's good to have some help.
Thanks, Jody. Can you get some hay from the barn?
Guys, can we talk about what happened last night, please? Grandma, what was that? Grandma, why am I running? Okay, let's not be dramatic here. Jesus.
Hi. My name is Jody, and I'm gonna stay here for a little bit and help out. I hope that you don't mind. This is beautiful. Did you make this yourself?
So if we take this serious, this interaction is fine, whatever. But the thing that I am thinking about here is the fact that nobody's acknowledging what happened last night. It gives me the ick. And if you're Jody, that to me would be reason enough to probably leave. Not that I'm not saying it predicts any kind of inherent danger or anything like that, but the lack of acknowledgement of a shared experience we had and the kind of the reality of what that was when it was particularly new to me, and everybody just going about their business like nothing happened, and then asking me if I want to stay. Not even asking if I want to stay because it would be dangerous for me to leave, right? There's no engagement around this thing that happened. That is no good. Now, Jody may also, I guess, have like imagined that. I don't know. Maybe it was a dream. But it felt real, was represented to us as if it was real. You would think Jody would inquire. I don't really understand why Jody's not even inquiring. She doesn't even go up to Paul and say, hey, before I commit, I'd like to know a little bit more about what happened. There's none of this. So this is just shitty communication in like something that's required early on in social interactions and integration with different groups is to an extent a need for over communication. Familiarity and low amounts of communication is rare in terms of its ability to show up early on in an interaction here, right? Like we are integrating into a system. In order to integrate into that system well, there has to be a lot of communication about rules, expectations, roles, who's who, what are the, like, what's happening here? What are the do's, don'ts? What are things I need to be worried about? What are things I need to ensure I do and don't do in order to not step on anybody's toes? What do you guys want to know about me? What do you not want to know? You over communicate these things. And then you, over time, as you develop rhythms and familiarity, your need for explicit communication diminishes. But the lack of communication at the outset here is jarring because this is not the way that you would want something like this to go. I mean, ostensibly it could go this way, but if it did, again, I'd then have the ick on this. You know, they said grandma hasn't talked in a long ass time. You know, am I allowed to go say something to her? What's the deal? Paul, help me out. Help me get a lay of the land. Do you have sunscreen? Do you have anything with sleeves? Given that every single other person on this farm is wearing sleeves and is protected from the sun. That's got to be so heavy. Why are you pulling the bottom one? What? God. Jody, climb up and go to the top of the hay bale and push the top hay bale. Why are we pushing the lower one? What are we doing? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God.
Take it easy, Aiden. Just one bale, not the whole goddamn haystack.
Oh God. Oh. And you were gonna pull that off the ledge while on a ladder. Oh my God.
Hey, Jody! Lunch?
Okay, let me just finish this first.
I also don't I don't really get the friendliness given that Jody blew past a huge boundary and put everybody at risk last night. And everybody's like, Jody, so glad to have you here. Hang out with us. Hi, Jody. Come eat lunch. We were super skeptical last night. We're cool now because Paul invited you. Come on in. It's not like you almost killed us last night. uh,
Put it down anywhere. Thanks, Jody.
you bet, Paul.
It's lunchtime. Go and join the boys if you're hungry.
You coming?
Later. I still have work to do.
Okay, later then.
Have a seat.
Thanks. There's a lot of work to do on the ranch.
Yeah. Jay takes care of the horses.
Oh, he's got a
I
sleeveless
wash
shirt
the
too.
churros, and my father does just about everything else.
Are there other Navajo ranches around here?
There used to be about 50 some years back, but now there's just us. The others got scared off.
The others decided to go live in the city. Not everyone wants to live in the desert.
That I can understand.
I saw the dead sheep. What happened to them?
A storm. They wander out of the pen and choke to death on the sand.
You know, when I opened the door last night, I saw something. Pretty sure someone was outside.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's probably a dream. Do you always ask so many questions?
When I don't understand something, yeah.
Yeah? How about if I started asking you questions? Where you come from? What you're doing here? You probably wouldn't like it, huh? So keep your secrets to yourself. And don't ask any more questions. You'll excuse me. I got work to do.
Don't mind him, Jody. He's okay when you get to know him.
I'll bet.
Well, I guess I better get back to it or Paul will get mad. See you later.
Well done, Jody.
And it's a great example of bad communication all around. Yeah, I'll give it that. I mean, sometimes it's good to have examples of that. So when I do these playthroughs, it's rare that we get into a crossroads like this, but I gotta sort of name what my process is like here in order to try to make sense of how this rest of this part's gonna go. I do these playthroughs and I observe interactions, and while I observe the interactions, what I generally do is think to myself, Okay. There's about 1,000 different things that happened in this interaction. What is something that I can pull from this, given all the context and everything we have, that I can use to explain something that may relate better to the lives of the people who are watching my videos, so that maybe you have a more meaningful way of talking to your sister next week, or, you know, whatever. And one of the things that makes that easier for me to do is when things, by and large, make sense and track in a mostly consistent way. So my issue right now is that in order for me to analyze this and provide anything of substance, I have to kind of make a choice on some things, including like what to take seriously as like an actual, you know, like what do I do? Do I say like, okay, so this is how the interaction went, and so I'm going to analyze it as it is? Or do I say this is unrealistic and try to say what an alternative should be, but then that kind of goes against the needs of the plot and what's happening, right? So it's a very tricky thing for me to do a dance around sometimes. So this is a great example of this. So Jay is not being particularly kind to Jody here. Makes sense to me to some extent because she's new, she's encroached on the system. He initially said he didn't want her to be a part of it. His dad overrode him. Jody starts asking questions. Maybe his evasiveness is because he's scared. I mean, you get a sense that he is, just by the way that he was handling things last night. He boards up the windows and then he sits in his room and he's like closed in, and there's some real urgency around the way that he handles this stuff. So maybe it's really scary. And so somebody coming in and asking questions about it, we have no idea what the context is for why he's squirrely about this. I don't know. Maybe the FBI showed up at some point, or there were people that came through on this route that they're on and they asked too many questions. Maybe part of the problem they have started because there was a stranger that showed up to the farm. Maybe there's a family story about this and then outsiders disrupted things. Like, we have no idea. We don't have any context for this. And is he required to give us that context? No, he doesn't have to. He can say what he said to Jody. He can say, don't ask questions. You want to hang out here? Shut the hell up and just help out. Don't ask questions. And then Jody can decide what she wants to do with that. Jody can be like, okay, you're going to be a dick and you're not going to give me information after you told me last night, if I value my life, I'll stay in my room, which is a pretty heavy thing that I feel compelled to inquire about, because you're telling me that she can do that. And if she doesn't get a satisfactory answer, she can leave. So she's not like entitled to them being nice to her. It would make sense to me that she would ask these questions, but he doesn't have to answer them. He could be annoyed. The thing that I guess I want to make a point about in this and all of this is you can only control what you bring to an environment. You can only control what you say, how you say it, what you listen to, what you respond to, how you physically show up in the space, etc. You can't control the other people in the environment, no matter how badly you want to. You just can't. Unless you like literally, you know, imprison them and like torture them and manipulate their body. Like you can't do that. And a lot of people get stuck in situations that in hindsight they might say they wish they hadn't gotten stuck in, because they fail to see that there's an eject button at almost any point in any given interaction or space. So as soon as you have an experience where you're like, this doesn't seem right to me, I need more information. Then you inquire if you can. And if you inquire and you don't get satisfactory answers, you bail. And you figure out where else to get the answers from. Or you decide whether you want to continue to engage something in the absence of information. You make that choice. So many people fail to see that they can leave certain situations, that they can influence situations. You control what you can control. I can't control Jay's attitude toward me. It's not my responsibility necessarily to do that. I can show up in a way that's in alignment with my values, right? I value asking questions. I value being cordial. I value saying thank you. I value acknowledging the nice things that people do for me. I show up in that way. Jay doesn't seem to like that. Does Jay respond to me in a way that I'm willing to put up with if I'm going to stay at this farm? No. All right, so maybe Jody goes to Paul and says, Paul, I really appreciate your offer for me to stay here. I don't feel comfortable. I just had an interaction with Jay that didn't feel good for me. Nobody's really acknowledged what happened last night. This doesn't feel good for me. I'm going to go. And Paul seems like the type of guy that would probably hear that. But even if you take it further and you're in a situation where somebody's not even going to necessarily be willing to hear that, if you're Jody, put your backpack on and leave. Are you like, hey, thanks, guys. I'm actually going to hit the road. Decided otherwise. Thanks for the meals. It was great. I'm out of here. And go. I can't tell. I cannot count how many times over the last 15 years that I've had conversations with people, professionally and otherwise, where so much of the problems that happened were because a person didn't exercise control that they had in a given moment to either get out of it or influence it in a different way, and instead just sort of let things go because they thought they were supposed to just allow things to be the way they were because they had already committed to something. You can bail. In the same way that if I could go the other way on this, if Jay is not satisfied with Jody's presence, he could dismiss Jody. He could say, you know what? Hey, if you're going to be here and you're going to ask questions, you need to leave. And he did try to do that, and Paul overrode him. But he could go to Paul and say, like, hey, we need her out of here. She's asking too many questions. I don't like her presence. She opened the goddamn door last night when I told her not to do that. She put us all in danger. We need to let her go. All of these things could happen. You don't have to be sunk into the way that things go and just autopilot your way through this stuff. So if there's anything I want to really just emphasize on this in interactions, when I talk to people, one of the things that I specialize in is helping people work through social anxiety. This is one of the things we talk about. If you focus too much on what other people are doing and you try to control things from other people, you can't control how somebody hears something you say. You can only control the way you say it. But one thing that doesn't feel good for me here is that Jody acknowledged a thing that happened last night, and then he goes, basically, it didn't happen, you were probably dreaming. That is... it raises, at the very least, another point of inquiry. But we didn't get that. So everybody just leaves their dishes. It's fine. Paul, you need some help chopping wood?
Hey, anything else need doing, Paul?
No, but maybe the boys could use some help.
Okay, I'll check.
I do really like the motion capturing of some of this stuff. Like, the people in this space feel real. Pump some more water, maybe?
Let's see what Jay's doing.
Whoa, Steve. Whoa.
proud and stubborn. Never wants to go in with the others.
Do you mind if I try?
You worked with horses before?
No.
Go right ahead. His name's Ashki.
Hey there, Ashki. Don't be afraid. I'm just gonna come over there, okay?
Oh man. Horses are so much more complicated than this.
No, Aiden. This is between him and me.
What's up?
See, Ashki? That's not so bad, is it? Admit it. You kind of like me, huh? Hey, Aiden. Ever dreamed of riding a horse?
No, no, no. I can take control of the... No. No, I don't want to do this. No.
Take him to the enclosure.
Jody, how did you do that?
How'd you do that?
We all have our secrets, right?
Maybe I misjudged you.
If you want to take a shower, it's behind the barn. Ladies first.
It's fine by me.
Oh God. What's with this game and shop? I keep asking these questions and like. I want to know how that drum gets filled up and replaced. Just entirely unnecessary.
Ooh, I really need a good shower.
Hey, Aiden, you ever want to possess a shower? Out of I don't know what is going to be shown and not shown, so I'm just gonna do this. It just feels weird. Oh God. Word crown on the screen.
And then the guy left running. And you know what? He was never seen again.
Oh, it's happening again. The thing we never talked about.
It's time to go to bed.
What's happening here?
Thank you. Thank
Why do
you.
we have to lock up the house?
Just go to your room, Jody. don't come out, no matter what happens. You remember the sheep last night? I don't want anything to happen to you.
God, for God's sakes, Paul. What's going on here?
Just go to your room. There's nothing you can do.
If for no other reason, you persist. Look, God, man, it would be one thing if Paul said, we're having chocolate ice cream tonight. And Jody says, why are we having chocolate? And Paul's just like, because we like chocolate. Eat it or don't. And then she keeps trying to persist. You're like, Jody, it's ice cream. Drop it. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is death being brought into this. Okay. Survival is a component of this conversation. And as soon as safety becomes a component of the conversation, you are entitled to many more points of inquiry than you otherwise would. Okay? If she's like, why doesn't grandma talk? And he's like, because she doesn't. It's private. Fine. Okay? But you are directly in danger if you don't follow this. I want information that helps me survive this better, Paul. Also, why we should have asked this question during the daytime when it's not urgent, which is a thing that we're going to talk about right here, which is that you generally should not ask a lot of information gathering questions that you otherwise could have asked when the emergent thing is not there. You should try to talk about things when you're not in the heat of it. The most common space that I ever have this conversation with people on is that in your relationship or relationships, you should meta communicate about sex when you're not horny. Don't try to negotiate and over communicate about, or not over communicate, but don't try to like negotiate sexual vulnerabilities and stuff in the moment when you're horny. Talk about your sexual relationship when you're not horny. You should talk about safety and emergency preparedness when you're not in danger. You should talk about money and how you want to negotiate your finances as a couple when you're not in financial distress. So many things are better prepared for and solved when you talk about them in the absence of immediacy. There's a reason, by the way, that when people try to sell you things, they try to create artificial immediacy. And it's in part because people make more impulsive and stupid decisions when they feel time pressure. So you are at a deficit when you start trying to gather points of inquiry here. Now, last night, I get it, right? Like it was acute. It happened fast. We didn't know it was coming. You sure, comply, follow the leader. The very next morning, part of the reason you ask about this is to say, Paul, I want to understand what's happening at night when this happens so that if for no other reason, I can be better prepared and safer if that's your priority. So help me understand what's going on. I'm open to the conversation to my satisfaction. If you don't give me satisfactory answers, I'm out of here. If you give me satisfactory answers, I'll stick around. How do we prepare for this? What do we do? All this stuff. In the same way that if you're going to have a conversation about sex, what kind of things do you like? What do you fantasize about? What do you like that I do? What do you not like that I do? How can we improve? All of that stuff is way better had when you're not in the mood to bang. It's the same thing here, okay? You want to avoid time pressure and immediacy as much as you can with things that are super important. And this is not that. So this is why this is stupid and a really crazy situation for us to be in with very little info, which yes, moves the plot along and keeps us guessing, but from a human interaction standpoint, makes very little sense and is the kind of thing that leads to people opening the door because Jody doesn't actually know what she's working with. Curiosity gets the best of her. If he says, look, this is going to sound wild, but there are some apparitions, some things that are out there that are part of the spiritual realm that haunt our house and sit on the outside and kill our sheep. And it's real scary. And we've learned that when they come around at night, and you know what? They hit a Yahtzee. They hit the lottery with Jody being the one that shows up, because Jody understands the paranormal, because she's attached to the paranormal. So she, of all people, is going to be willing to hear this and understand it. That's the best part about this whole thing, is if they go, yeah, there's like some spirits out there trying to kill us. She's not going to go, spirits. She's going to go, oh, shit, okay, evil versions of Iden. I don't like that. Or whatever it might be. Regardless, the point that I make here is communicate about shit, and you bypass a lot of problems. If you are afraid to talk about something, it's all the more reason why you should probably talk about it. And you do it while you're afraid to talk about it. You're never going to feel better about stuff that you need to talk about until you start talking about it. All right, so here we go again. Right around 10 p.m. Back to our room. Oh my God, these Resident Evil ass cameras drive me nuts. Oh my God. Jody. What? Go in your room. Comply. Please, I beg of you. What are we doing? God, everybody just sits in their room freaked out. Oh, Jay's chilling. Okay, he's back to misery. God, every night that dude's... How's Grandma doing? Wait. Paul's in Grandma's room now. Why is Paul in Grandma's room? Where's Grandma? Wait, oh my God, this is... Oh wait, no. Okay, wait, Grandma's room's over here. Jeez, I got way turned around here. Grandma's sleeping like a baby? No, is she laying awake? Oh no, okay, she's... Oh boy. Grandma's just got pictures of teepees everywhere. Okay, alright. Let's open the door again, right? Christ. Now we're kicking her out of the house, man. Oh my God. Wait, so these spirits fight that thing off? Okay, we running. Oh God. Oh boy. This is the opposite of bueno. Maybe you... Oh God! Holy shit! All right, went the wrong way. Yeah, hide in the shower. Yeah, definitely won't see you in here, Jody. Oh my God. Oh God, not this! Not this! Oh. Whole ranch is gonna be destroyed because Jody decided to go outside. What is happening right now? What the hell? Oh shit! I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
Jody! Jody, I told you to stay in your room. You could have been killed.
What's happening here? What was that thing?
You should have listened to me. Stayed in your room.
You have to tell me the truth. You have to tell me the truth now.
It's Yaitzo. He wants blood. That's all he's interested in. We can't do anything about it. You can't fight his spirit.
Spirits don't live in this world. If he's here, there's a reason. You remember, Ashley?
You remember when I possessed
Friends,
you?
right? I'm just gonna put my foot in the stirrup and climb up, okay? I need to figure out how to go forward. Hey, what do you think, Ashki? We're doing pretty good, huh?
That horse is gonna have to tell me your secret. Listen, I'm headed over the pasture to tend the churros. You wanna come?
Sure.
Let's go then. Yeah!
All right, Miss McFarlane. Boy, this is not the easiest horse control I've ever used in a game. Not too bad though. Oh, what's up, churros?
Look, I know you don't want to talk about it. But I really need to know what happened last night. Does a spirit come every night?
It'll come for many nights, and then it won't show up for months. But it always ends up coming back.
Your father knew the spirit. It's not the first time he's come, right?
Yaitzo has always been here. It comes at night and steals souls. The old ones used to say, it's a curse. The price our tribe had to pay for living on these lands. My turn to ask you some questions. What are you really doing out here in the middle of the desert? It feels like you're running away from something.
I'm just trying to figure out who I really am. I've come to this point in my life where I have to come to terms with myself. That's all.
You're like us. You also have your dark secret, don't you, Jody?
No. No, I have no secrets.
Oh, is that? The bed boss shuck. She into this is.
That was Paul. There's no water at the ranch. Something must be up with the well. I'm gonna have a look on my way back.
I can go take a look if you want.
Don't know if you'll be able to do much.
What you
I'll
said
be-
about the horse.
Where's the well?
It's over there. It's got a windmill. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Okay. I'll see you back at the ranch.
Okay. See you later.
So I gotta think of how I want to say this. Because obviously this is very contextually dependent. So take this with a grain of salt. Jay, 2 times now, has essentially denied an opportunity for a new form of problem solving by dismissing it outright. And that is a orientation to problem solving that in my experience causes way more problems than is helpful and catches up with people. It's the type of I don't want to say the type of person because it's not a personality profile, but it's like it's a decision-making process in the face of adversity that in some ways can preserve the problem inadvertently. Person shows up and says, okay, we lost water. We have a problem here. And Jody says, I'm happy to take a look at it. And he, instead of saying something like, no, we'll try to take a look at it first, he just goes, you won't be able to do much about it. You don't know that. You don't know that. You have denied the opportunity for an extra set of eyeballs and a different set of experiences and a different set of knowledge, particularly in the context of somebody who showed you that they could corral a horse that you thought they weren't going to be able to corral. You just denied the opportunity for problem solving up top. You've denied the chance that you could modify something. And there are a lot of people who get stuck in very rigid patterns of thinking around things like plans, how certain things can be done. They get lost in assumptions rather than seeing problems as things that can have many angles of being handled. There's an anxiety that comes along with that of like critically evaluating something from multiple perspectives. Where it's like, okay, maybe I don't know the answer. Maybe it's outside the realm of my own expertise. Maybe there's more necessary to solve this than I have available to me. Whatever. But it's a more nuanced way of looking at it. If you just deny stuff outright, because it's different or because it's just such a pigeonholed way of thinking about things. Now, if Jody, again, he doesn't have to just like, the alternative to this is you don't just have to like willy-nilly invite everybody into things that they have no business really commenting on, right? Like I don't need my medical doctor who's going to do surgery on my lungs to consult my uncle who's a airplane mechanic. I don't need my uncle weighing in on that. So I'm not talking about problems of expertise. I'm talking about like kind of everyday problem solving, everyday modifications to the plan and to the rut. Flexibility in those moments is something that requires a degree of intention and pushing yourself to be open to. And so it bothers me. It's a personal pet peeve of mine when somebody like Jay immediately is like, no, you won't be able to do anything. You don't know that. Come on, horsey, giddy up. Tumbleweed. How'd that get up there?
Good work, Aiden. The pump's running again.
What's up, dude? Sure, run after it. Let's go. This is neat. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be in here, but this is cool. Now that we're in here, this is cool. But definitely shouldn't be in here. I can't access Aiden right now. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. Touch the things? Sure. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, this is the type of architecture I would expect. Makes more sense for the desert sun.
Can you see anything, Aiden?
I see the same shit you do. See some buzzards that are waiting to get after that horse. That we didn't get water for. What's this?
An entity. Massacred the soldiers in the fort. Could it be Yatezo?
Show yourself, varmint!
The forked tree. I have to find it.
Gotta find it. Absolutely. I gotta know what in tarnation's happening around here.
The Devil's Fork. The place I saw in my visions.
Oh shit.
They were killed by the entity.
Just go ahead and take that. Yeah, nice. Sure.
Ghosts. They were wearing these ritual masks. Thanks, Aiden.
Without Aiden's help, there's a 0% chance she's digging into this soil. Just, again, as somebody who lives in the desert, we don't have basements out here because the topsoil is so... You need a bobcat and a bulldozer. Like, you need heavy-duty machinery to break the topsoil in the desert. Like, this shit is no joke. Like, this is not nice dirt and clay. This stuff is like, if I went out in my backyard and scratched at the which looks exactly like what we're on right now, I would wear my fingers down to the nub before I ever dug a hole. So we have Aiden's help, which I appreciate, right? Like, this is, you don't dig down in the desert. You just build on top of.
Weird. This one has no talisman.
Is that baby grandma? Oh, it's baby grandma.
The fifth talisman. He put it around the baby's neck.
It's grandma. Same blanket.
Help me, Aiden. I've got to see what happened. It all went by too fast. I didn't understand it. It's just all mixed up. It's as if something's missing. I'll show the talismans to Paul. Maybe he'll know something.
Hey, Paul, I dug up the graves of your ancestors and found some jewelry. Can you tell me about it? Oh my God. He's totally gonna be fine with this. Oh. Oh boy. Oh no.
We came here in broad daylight. We tried to get to the house.
He's alive.
Tori, get the car! Come on, start! Start already, goddammit! It won't start, Jay! It won't start!
Oh, the entity's coming back.
We've got to get to the house.
I don't think that's gonna help.
There's nothing else we can do. My father told you can't fight a spirit.
Yeah, but I can. I can start the car. Oh my God, this camera's killing me right now. Grandma.
This blanket. It's the one that was on that baby.
Mother gave it to me. Like her mother before. She also gave me this.
Talisman.
where it all began. I need to watch carefully. Remember every detail.
Your ancestors. They summoned Yaitsu here.
They were lost, full of hatred for the white man. They bring spirit, kill their enemies, and gain revenge. He turned against them. He was still hungry. Hungry for blood. Yaitsu is back. He has come to take our lives.
They're your ancestors. They're the guardians who protect the house, right?
They know they were robbed. They returned to protect us from the evil that they released.
If they brought the entity here, I mean, there's gotta be some way to send it back to its own world.
They used a ritual to open the passage. I still remember the incantation, but the ritual is lost in the past.
I saw the ritual in my vision. Look, I'll prepare it and you can help me with the incantation.
Hurry! He's coming.
Oh man, oh my god. Oh, buddy. Oh my god. This is why I said what I said at the beginning of the episode. This is why I said it. Because, oh my god. Holy shit, man. When we... Oh my god. So I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, it's like it's the same shit that happened in Eliza. It's hilarious that somebody brings up Eliza because it's the same shit that happened in Eliza. When we played that game, there was a lot of good stuff to talk about, but it became so clear in that game that it was women written by men. And when you hear people talk about representation is not just something that has to exist on the end product visual side of a thing. Representation is something that has to exist in the creation of the thing. If you don't bring people in who are intimately familiar with the context that you're trying to convey, there's two really bad things that happen. You create a misrepresentation, and then there's two really bad things that happen. The first one is you piss off people who actually are being misrepresented. So if you're Navajo here or Native American even, you're like, what? The hell? Right? So like not only does it just completely miss the mark in that regard, the other problem is if you don't know any better, if you're a person in Scandinavia playing this game, you had no other you have no other concept of what Native American culture is like. You've never learned about Native Americans, any of this stuff. You don't know that this is a misrepresentation. You probably think this is pretty good. So then you have swaths of people with limited exposure to this type of thing who get exposed to this type of thing via a misrepresentation. And something that we've talked about in other playthroughs is that your first impression of something is the most important impression you get. Because when you are always going to filter subsequent information against your first impression. So if you don't know anything about Native Americans and the unbelievable range of diversity in Native Americans, and the only thing you've ever seen are like Western movies or this game, and you play this game and you hear, this Yiitso, and you're like, whoa, okay, well, that's a name I haven't heard before, so this person must have done their homework. This must be the story. You now operate on a misrepresentation, and nobody likes being misrepresented. You can't represent the entirety of everything perfectly accurate. Like no one person's subjective experience is ever going to be perfectly represented. But when you get people who represent the things that you're representing involved in the creation of that thing, it makes for much more accurate representation. It makes for a cogent story that you can go, yeah, okay, cool. And you see people get excited when things are represented well. You see things get, like, people be like, oh my God, that's it. You see that. But when you get somebody who doesn't know where to pull the information from, doesn't pull the right people, maybe pulls from misrepresentations, because, maybe even was well-intentioned, is like, you know what, I want to represent the Navajo in my game. And so I'm going to do like a little bit of research. Where are the Navajo located in the country? What do Navajo people look like? What are some of the designs they put on their blankets? What's a cool Native American story that maybe loosely fits the story I'm trying to tell? Cool, let's put all that together and represent it. Look how good a job I've done representing. Like, you don't see a lot of video games with Native Americans in it. I've done a good job. There's Native Americans in it. Yeah, misrepresented. God damn it. So this stuff is important. So now we're gonna go, okay. The Navajo, the Native Americans get pissed at the white man for taking over their lands. Totally understandable. All right, cool. So they open up the spirit realm. Spirit realm is apparently spirit agnostic, doesn't give a shit. Just like, nah, man, I'm here to reap the souls of all humans. So now a white girl's gonna put it back in. Grandma's been holding the talisman for years. Hasn't said a word to anybody about how to make this shit go away. Hasn't given any instruction at all. Jody magically goes and fixes a water thing, goes and runs and digs up a bunch of stuff, and now Grandma magically wants to talk and tell the white girl how to do this, and like, okay, cool, we're gonna. It just is like, oh my God, man, wearing a goddamn American flag tank top. Oh boy.
Fire.
Get chopping, Jody. Wait, what?
Something to light the fire.
Oh, good thing we have gasoline. Good thing we have a gasoline can sitting right outside the one structure that can protect us from this that is made of wood. Thank God Paul leaves the gasoline right outside the front stoop. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Oh, man.
Jody, what the hell?
Trust me! I know what I'm
We
doing!
gotta get inside! The storm is coming!
Even me, Jay!
Shimasani, you can talk?
A stick, Jody! You must find a stick to draw the sign!
Okay, I have to get away from laughing for a second, so I'm just gonna say this out loud. So, I'm not a huge Family Guy fan. I've seen plenty of episodes of it, but my favorite joke of all the things that I ever saw in Family Guy, my favorite joke they ever made was in an episode completely out of nowhere. Peter turns, I think it's Peter, he turns and looks at Brian and goes, "Oh my God, you can talk?" When Brian's been talking that joke caught me, threw me for a loop. It's so perfect because everybody talks to Brian the entire show, and then all of a sudden Peter's like, "You can talk?" And like you get a "you can talk" moment. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. And not only can she talk, she can yell. Go, Jody. You can do it. Don't let these bumbling idiot boys get in your way. Oh my God, what happens if you draw the wrong symbol?
Now the talismans. I have to remember where each of the medicine men stood. There. That's exactly right.
Appreciate you, Yitzo, for giving me all this time.
Okay. Now each of you needs to stand next to a talisman. There must be a soul attached to each one.
Why is God? Oh God! Why is Jody the one saying this? At least make Grandma say it. At least make Grandma say it. Now somebody's got to drag Paul's crippled ass out of the room. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
There's only 4 of us. We need a 5th soul to complete the ritual.
This is crazy, Jody! We're all gonna die if we don't go inside right now!
No, I'm... Aiden.
We need one more soul.
Aiden, you're a soul. I'll do it, Jody.
That's it. We've got the 5 souls. Shimasani, start the incantation.
Hey, we're beyond 2.
The passage is open, Jody! You did it! You did it!
Get in there. You eight-legged freaks. Oh my god. Oh no, did we lose Grandma?
Jody.
There's a 0% chance he runs to Jody over Grandma. I'm just saying, 0% chance that you run to Jody instead of your grandmother who has been tossed out of her wheelchair. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No white man has ever been to the place I'm taking you. My people have buried our dead there for many hundreds of years. For us, it's sacred land.
But for you, Jody, we'll make an exception. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna have to take a shower after this episode. Why am I with the blanket? Why? No. Why would you give Jody Grandma's blanket? This is so painful, dude. I am like, my insides are upside down. Why? Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. Oh, man. Oh god. I'm also laughing because I'm kind of reading comments while I do this. The comments on this are so great. Oh god, no. Oh geez. Okay. She's just. Is that Paul? We lost Paul too? Oh god. Now, something tells me that Paul and Grandma would not be buried in jeans, cowboy boots, and a button down. I could be wrong. I'm open to being corrected on this. But I don't think we're just setting them down in the rocks in God. Oh, the pain. Oh man, just get through it, Ryan. Just power through, buddy.
These are the bones of your ancestors. I'm sure they would have wanted to be buried alongside their own people. Could have saved Paul. I know I could.
Don't blame yourself. My father is with Shimazani and his ancestors. He's happy where he is.
Um, back to, I guess, some of the stuff that drives the content of this channel. Jody expressing that sentiment of like, I could have saved him, is an understandable thing for a person to say. Don't say that. You take this moment and you make it about yourself, as if somehow you are a victim of your lack of skill, or like you are a victim of the circumstance when you have two people that are dead and two people that are directly connected to the people that are dead. Keep that sentiment to yourself in this moment. I'm not saying don't have the sentiment. Like it, but we've talked so much about personalization in the context of grief and all this stuff. I mean, look, beyond the fact, of course she shouldn't be here, but beyond the fact of that, like, don't, if you're a person in a general circumstance where something is happening that isn't about you, don't make it about you. Some people, and I'm going to give Jody a little bit of credit on this one. Like a little bit of leniency in the sense that, like, in the majority of the context that Jody has been in, she has been the center of attention. She has been the one that everybody is observing and focusing on. There have been eyeballs on her constantly. So when she interprets things that happen inductively and makes it about herself, it's not entirely out of left field, because that's part of the way that she's learned to process the world. But so I'm here to tell you that if you're the type of person that tends to default to seeing yourself as the sort of the main character almost always, or that you see yourself as always as important as everything else that's happening in a given moment, you really need to check yourself on that. There are times where you are not the most important component of something. And an awareness around that is deeply important to have, so that in a moment like this, you shut up and you don't make it about yourself. You'll have a lot richer relationships if you sort of understand this as well. But holy hell. And then they just leave the shovel. What's with this family and just leaving stuff behind? Just leave the shovel there. I'll need it for you someday, Jay, and I wouldn't want to carry it all the way from the house. Thank you, Jody. You saved us. You are henceforth forever invited to the cookout. Because my ancestors deem it so. Leave, Jody.
So your decision is made? You leaving?
There's just things that I have to work out. Things from my past. I think I'm ready to face them now.
You did a lot for us, Jody. For us, and for our people. If you don't find what you're looking for, just come back here.
You're one of us now. Oh, God. Thanks for the shirt.
I'm gonna miss you.
Me too.
Jody, get a drink of water. Jody, you are dehydrated.
Ashki is gonna miss you.
Oh, so are you. You just don't want to admit it.
One day I'll come back and see you.
I'm not kissing him. Nope.
Hey, Jody. You didn't think you were just gonna walk, did you?
I didn't, but unfortunately I used all the gasoline on the fire.
Took me some time, but I managed to get it going again. Take it. It's yours. It's the least we can do to thank you.
She rides off into the sunset. On her Indian brand motorcycle. God. Talk about product. Oh my God. 68% explored the house. 92% didn't repair the bike. 14% lied or evaded Jay's questions. Wow. 91% completed the ritual. 54% took a step outside. 51% escaped Yitzo. 74% didn't save Paul. You can save Paul? 53% hugged Jay before leaving. Oh, Lord. All right. Well, that's it for that episode. 2 hours and 6 minutes. How about that? I had to get through that. I couldn't do another one. Holy hell, man. That was really something. All right. Well, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on things. Leave a thumb. Don't leave a thumbs down because of all the dumb shit in this episode, please. It's not my fault that the game is what it is. This is a lot, man. It is. Misrepresentation is important. Accurate representation is important. This is why, man. So, if you're binging, I'll see you in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. Boy, oh boy, I don't know that it could get much more brutal than this. I'm gonna stick this out, man. Just know, I hope my reactions are at least entertaining in some ways, because goddamn, I don't have a lot I can. I mean, I've been able to find tidbits and dig deep where I can, but I'm scratching my fingernails against the concrete sand on this. But boy, oh boy. You guys are great. I'll see you in the next episode. Please watch it. Check out my other playthroughs in the meantime. You're great. You matter. See you in the next episode.